Hello students, and welcome back to my next video on library class. This is the last one in this series, and in the previous videos we have discussed about java.lang. In this video I have discussed about another library class, just java.math. Here in the starting of the videos I am removing the most obvious doubt that many students have faced, that all the functions in the maths library class are already enumerated in java.lang package, and java.lang package is by default included in each Java program. So that means you don't have to include this java.math in your programs, but you may need to import it if you are planning to use extensive maths function in your program. But all the basic Java function does not allow you, or does not they will run without including java.math or java.lang, because java.lang is by default included in your program. Now this is the list of all the mathematical methods or functions we have in your course for 2021 and 22. Now let us see all these functions one by one. Now these functions I have divided on different types, like what are the return types, and I have also given an example of the function, its meaning and the answer. It's a very useful class because all the maths function for the ICSE syllabus are covered. The first one being math.pow. Pow stands for power, and the return type is always double. If, as you can see in the example, I have written 3 comma 2, math.pow 3 comma 2, that means the square of 3, which is 9. Next function is math.sqrt, where the sqrt here stands for square root, whose return type is always double, and the example I have found the square root of 16, which is 4, and you can see that I have written the square root of the given number 16. Next one in this is cbrt, which stands for cube root. Again, the return type for the following is double, and the cube root of 125 is 5. Answer is displayed here. Math.ceil. Ceil stands for ceiling, which all of you know it means the roof. The return type for this is also double. The example of ceil I have shown to you, that if it is a decimal number like 12.2, it will make it a whole number, the next biggest whole number. Like 12.3 will become 13, 12.7 will also become 13. If the number does not have a decimal part like 9.0, it will display 9.0. But in case if it have any decimal parts, even in 12.1, the answer will be 13. Same for its counterpart, math.floor, which returns the next smallest number, and as you can see, it's 12.3. In the previous case was giving 13, but in this case it will give you 12. And minus, I have also given a minus example, which is, since it is a whole number, it will stay as it is unchanged as minus 9. Even if it is 12.9, the answer will be converted to 12. Math.random, a very interesting function here, because in this function you must have noticed the brackets are empty, and here it returns any number between 0 and 1, and it is a random number. Means that I have displayed an answer here, which is a 16-digit number, and it is 0.68623357014928. Next time when you run the program in math.random, you will display another answer, any answer 16-digit after decimal, but definitely not the same one. It will change every time. It can be 0.686 or 0.342, anything between 0 and 1, including 0 and 1. Math.abs stands for absolute value. It is same thing as the argument. Like if the argument is in integer, then it will return an integer value. If the argument is in double, it returns a double value. Argument is something which is between the brackets. If you take int a is equal to 5, then it will return the answer as int. If you give it double 4.3, then it will return double the answer in double. It is an absolute value. It means it will just remove the negative part. Whole number, even if it is a whole number with a negative part, it will remove. If it is a decimal number with a negative part, then also it will remove the negative part. Next one is mat.max. Max is the maximum number. So if we compare two numbers here, then it will return the largest number, the greatest number. And it is the same as the previous one. The argument will be depending on the value that we have given. If we give two integers number, the output will come as int. If we give double to double number, then the output will come as double. Next one is min, the minimum number. Same counterpart, it will find the smallest number, and the return type in this is also based on the input. If it is an integer based, double is there, otherwise it will return a integer. Mat.round. It is very interesting to know the return type of this function, where the float value, if the value is in float, the int is returned. Like 4.3, if you store it in float, then it will return int. But if you store 4.3 in double, then the answer will be in long. It is a very tricky question when the return types are asked, and you can see that the value differs on the basis of the return type. Mat.round, the answer is very simple. The answer will be there. It is just based on a simple mathematics principle where the closest whole number is given. Like 4.3, 4 will be displayed, 4.7, 5 will be displayed, minus the same thing. But the return type is very interesting because in board specifically the return type is being asked, and at times it is the only math function in which the input value, if it is in float, the values are different. Otherwise all the math function you have read in this list, they have their fixed return type. If you give an integer value an integer or the same value. Here I have also shown you the mat.round function with the help of a program, where I have stored a number 4.6 in double, and as I have just told you in the previous example that if the value is double, long will be the return type. Long will be the return type. Okay. Continuing that, we have come to the end of this file, and in the end I will like to thank you for watching the video. Do like and subscribe for more videos on Java. If you have any doubts regarding the topic, please do feel free to ask them in the comment section. Thank you very much.